Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing something different. We are going to be booking two flatbed loads together. I know usually this is the time where I do a video about macroeconomic indicators affecting the trucking industry, but you know what? The data is still the same. There was no real change, and I didn't want to make a boring video, so instead I recorded myself booking flatbed freight. Now, something you will see in this video is that there are a lot of people who have this misconception that booking loads for flatbeds is super easy because they look at the load board and the volumes are crazy. But you know what? This video will show you that this is actually not the case. The volume might be there in certain areas, but the reality is the load board is littered with really crappy freight. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I teach about the trucking industry with a heavy focus on the spot market as well as freight market analysis. So if this is a topic that interests you, feel free to subscribe down below. So as you will see in this video, booking flatbed freight is not as easy as some people might think. And the funniest part, and no, it's not funny at all, one of our trucks, yes, I managed to cover it, but the other one lost a day. And this is because you'll see I have to cut off the video early because a lot of things happened all of a sudden that forced me out of the office really quickly. So unfortunately, I lost the day with our 53-foot flatbed, but at least I booked one for our 48-foot. So tomorrow I'm going to be booking loads for both of them again. But yeah, let's get into this video. Ready? Let's go. Now, before we start this video, I do have a quick announcement to make. We are currently hiring flatbed drivers. 70 cents per mile on all miles, $100 for any load that requires tarping. We do pay via odometer readings. So if you're interested or if you know someone who is, my email is down below. Feel free to reach out. One of my guys who has a flatbed has a 48-foot flatbed. He's in Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm only looking to go to like the Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama areas. My other guy, he is in Plain Dealing, Louisiana, also with a flatbed, but a 53-foot one. So right now we're looking at what's happening in the Fort Worth area. As you can see, there are 1,112 matches at the moment. A lot of these loads are paying like crap. I don't know what the brokers are thinking, to be honest. And in terms of Plain Dealing, Louisiana, we can see right here that we have 1,747 matches, and the loads are paying a little bit better from Plain Dealing. So let's go ahead and take a look at what fish we can catch. So one of the things I want to let you guys know as well is that I'm trying to find no tarp loads for both and no oversize, and I try to avoid those coils as well because those can be quite dangerous, and yeah, I try to avoid them if I can. One of the things I have realized is if you look at the load board, you will see that there are like 1,000 some loads in an area and only 7 trucks posted, but that's not always true. What is posted on the DAT or DAT load board in terms of trucks doesn't mean that there are only 7 trucks in the area, right? For that, you have to look at truck stop. I just got an email saying that they have 2 loads, $650. Yes, it's for 163 miles, but these are the kind of loads I do not book for the flatbed because we need again, the rule still applies. You guys know that I used to have a rule until the market changed for reefers and dry vans, which is no less than $2 per mile it was, and no less than $1,000 per day. At this point, this rule applies for flatbed as well. Obviously, I tried to get over $3 per mile on flatbeds and over $1,000 a day. So all of those loads that are paying under 1,000, and there are a lot of them, that's where the bulk of the volume is for short loads. Those are the things that I'm not interested in. The key also, okay, someone's calling, one moment. Hi, this call is being recorded for educational purposes. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling about your truck there in Plain Dealing, Louisiana for today.
Yep, still available.
If you might be interested in, I've got several of these, Carthage, Texas to Somerville, Texas, no tarp load.
Let's see, Carthage, Texas, Somerville.
Somerville, S-O-M-E-R-ville, Texas.
Oh, thank you for that, because I was putting summer as in like summer.
Yep.
Somerville. Let me see. And what is the commodity? You said no tarp, strap and go?
Yep, the commodity is railroad ties. They do require a minimum of 8 pieces of 4x4 dunnage, no tarps, up to 48,000 pounds.
Got it. I'll have to double check on that dunnage if we have 8 pieces. Let me just double check where it's going to see what the market is like in Somerville.
Yep.
Got it. And what are you paying on this load?
Well, they've been moving these for 600.
Got
What
it.
is your best rate?
We do not move anything less than 1,000, and Somerville is a pretty iffy market, and I'm not sure about the dunnage. I have to double check, so I'm going to pass on this one for now.
All right, no worries, thank you.
Thank you. A lot of these loads, I mean, I'm not even going to check on the dunnage. I believe we do have 8 pieces of dunnage, but the reality is $600. There is no way. Yesterday, I booked a 142 loaded mile load for $1,200. So I know for a fact that I'm not taking a load for $600. There is absolutely no way. Hi there, this call is recorded for educational purposes. How can I help you?
Come again?
I record these calls for educational purposes.
I
know you probably are not used to hearing that.
No, I only heard the front half because it was super staticky. So I was like, what did you say? I heard education. I'm like, did I call the right number?
Yes, you did. We do have a truck in Plain Dealing, Louisiana. How can I help you?
Yeah, I have a load out of Texarkana, goes to Ennis, delivers tomorrow 8 to 2, pick up by 1 p.m. today. Wondering if you still had that flatbed.
Yes, we do. So you said Texarkana, Texas by 1 p.m., which is fine. And where does it deliver? Can you give me a zip code?
Yeah, Ennis is, I want to say it's close to Dallas. It's 7.
Got it. And I'm scared to ask, what is the commodity and rate?
Yeah, it's, looks like, it says paint raw materials. He does need to be tanker indoors. So I was wondering if he was tankered indoors.
Unfortunately not. We do not have tanker endorsements. But I do appreciate the
Got
call.
it. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Missouri. Hold on 1 second. Hi, this call is being recorded for educational purposes. How can I help you?
Hey, it's Patrick.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I am calling. Looks like y'all have a truck posted up here at a Fort Worth area. Is that one still available?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. I see. Looks like y'all are trying to go towards Arkansas. I've got a Alvarado, Texas over to Osceola, Arkansas.
Got it. Can you give me the zip codes?
Yeah. Pickup zip's going to be 76009.
76009. And what is the, oh, it's a nice amount of miles here. What is the commodity and pickup times, delivery times, all of that good stuff?
Yeah. All that good stuff. We got it's picking up today at 10 a.m. I saw in your notes here it said he was ready. The driver's like completely empty.
He is empty, but it's already 10:30 there.
Yeah, it's till 11. So I mean, if we can push it back a little bit, it'll be fine. But the weight's gonna be 40,000. Y'all can scale up to that, right?
Yeah, we can scale up to 48.
Cool.
And what is the rate?
We have it at 1,000, which puts you at about $2 a mile. We got miles at about 500.
Got it. It's actually 552 miles with deadhead, and we don't haul for less than $3 per mile, but I do appreciate it.
All right, appreciate your time.
Yesterday when I posted one of my, they were annoying me so much. Yesterday when I posted one of my trucks, where was it? It was somewhere near Dallas, the 53-foot flatbed. I actually posted, don't call me if you're from TQL. Do you think that stopped them? Absolutely not. For the most part, especially for flatbeds, I stay away from TQL because they always, you heard him, it's 552 miles, right, with deadhead. And he needs it to be there by 10. It's already 10:30. Okay, by 11, there's no way we're gonna get there. $1,000 for a flatbed? Okay, let's forget the deadhead. There is no way you are going to take a load for $1,000 for $2 per mile for a flatbed for 500 miles. This is just bad business. Now, I have had some, and I'm sure I'm going to have these comments here as well. I have had some comments under previous videos that I work too slow, that I take my sweet time when booking loads, and that is 100% true. This is true for any equipment type, whether it be flatbed, reefer, or dry van. With reefer and dry van, it's more about the waiting game, waiting for that one load to come out, right? We don't operate dry vans anymore, but that's what it was. With reefers, we are not really operating reefers at the moment because of certain circumstances, but yeah. With flatbeds, I'm doing the same thing. It can take me a few hours to book a load, and the reason is not because there's a lack of loads, but because I'm always looking for that one. So it is frustrating for some people, which I understand, but for me, my goal, my time, of course it matters, but I want to make sure I'm getting that one really, really good load. So yeah, sometimes I take my sweet time. I have had moments with reefers especially, and dry vans towards the end, where I could sit in front of the load board for 8 hours straight for one truck. Because I didn't want to just book and be done with the day and have free time. I'm not going to book a $1.20 per mile load, regardless of, the market. There's no way. So yeah, I do take my sweet time. And I recommend for a lot of newbies to also take their time. Don't just book whatever just to keep your wheels turning. Yes, of course, time is very important, but be mindful of what you're actually booking.
You got posted in Fort Worth. Is that still available by chance?
It is.
Awesome. I need your help on this one. I've got a little short run. Picking up in Carrollton today. You deliver the same day to Denison. Is that something you can do?
Let me check. Carrollton to, you said Denison?
Yeah, it should just be about 75 miles, quick and easy. Only about 10,000 pounds strap and go on this one.
Yeah, so unfortunately we do not do such short loads because they usually don't pay what we need them to pay.
Gotcha, yeah. Doesn't seem like we're going to be touching that, but I appreciate your time here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, you too. Bye. Bye. Although, I have to say, that's how I got that $8 per mile load, which had a bunch of drops. I was so over it. I'm like, you know what? They were calling me. And I'm like, you know what? You want us to do this 200-mile load? Give us $2,000. And he's like, done. Okay. So I just got another email with a fantastic load. And he's like, can I have your truck for $100? Venus, Texas to McKinney, Texas. What do I reply? No, you cannot. $400? You know what? I'll keep it professional. We do not haul. We do not haul then for less than $1,200 per day, regardless of miles. Sorry. So yeah, with flatbeds, again, another thing I have realized, you look at the load board the first time you book a flatbed load and you're like, wow, it's insane. There's so much volume and this and that. But when you start really looking, you understand that you have to sift through a ton of crap in order to find a decent load. It's definitely not, how do I explain it? A flatbed right now is not comparable to what 2021 was for pretty much all equipment types. It's not like every load pays amazing, where you can close your eyes, choose, and it's going to be $5 per mile. No, there is volume from certain areas. Again, it's not everywhere. There's volume from certain areas for flatbeds, but there's a ton of crap. Think of Pennsylvania, right? Again, TQL. You know what? I'm not even going to entertain TQL at this point. Think of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is one, or used to be, one of those places where there is a ton of volume and the load board is littered with a ton of crap. Again, TQL. Jeez, it's not going to happen. But yeah, it's not like flatbed. Everyone says flatbed. Yes, the rates, you can get good rates, but it's not less work. You have to really sift through the crap that's on the load board. Not every load pays well, as we have already seen. The dude who wrote an email about, can I have your truck for $400? And I said, we don't haul for less than $1,200 per day. He's like, fancy. He actually replied, fancy. Or not the dude, it's a chick. Oops. Yeah, very fancy. Okay, so there is a load from Ennis, Texas, that goes to Hammond, Louisiana. Let's see, it's around 516 miles. They're offering it for a horrible rate of 1,100. So I'm going to bid on it right now. They actually, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you this, because you cannot make this stuff up. Okay, guys, can you see this? They say that the going market rate for this lane is $846. I mean, they must be insane. So I'm going to bid on it $1,500. Yeah, let's see what happens. As soon as I put 1,500, that little ticker went to outrageous. I'm fine with that.
Flatbed in Plainview, Louisiana?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I have this load picking up in Magnolia, Arkansas, going to Bono, Arkansas.
Magnolia, Arkansas. Can you give me the delivery zip code? 416. Bono, Arkansas. Got it. And what are the load details?
Sure, it's going to pick up today until 4 o'clock, deliver tomorrow 8 to 4. It is 46,000 pounds of turf.
Strap and go?
Yeah, strap and go. If you guys have tarps, that would be perfect. If not, then that's okay as well.
Got it. We do not have tarps, so I just want to make sure that this is definitely a no tarp load.
Yeah, that is fine.
Got it. And what is the rate on this and the weight? Oh, 46,000 pounds. And what is the rate?
750 on this.
750. Got it. Unfortunately, that's too low, so I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Okay, even for 8 a.m. delivery tomorrow?
Yeah, there's no way.
You guys can't do any better than 13?
I can't.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you. No. What in the world? I think some people, when I do this, it means that there's an email that's coming through, by the way. I think some people are out of their minds. Pass. They're trying to pay $800. Again, gross income. You have to remember that, yes, the rate per mile matters. Knowing your cost per mile matters. But gross income also matters, because if you're doing short loads for $500 and it takes a day to deliver them, because the shippers and receivers for flatbeds also close early, it takes a day to deliver them. Well, how are you going to cover your expenses? $500 per day, for example, right? And let's say you work for 30 days. You're making $15,000 gross per month. So you have to be very careful. You have to consider all things. Your cost per mile is the most important. The gross and the rate per mile are also very important.
Over to Bartlett, Tennessee, is that something you guys could help out with?
Potentially. Could you give me the pickup and delivery zip codes?
Yeah, so I have the pickup zip code. I do not have the delivery zip code. The pickup is 71601.
71 Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And where is it going in Tennessee? Give me 1 second. Let me just try to find it here.
Okay. No, you're good. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no stress. Okay, I see it. And what is the commodity, the requirements, and the weight and rate?
Yeah, so commodity is a truckload of lumber, trailer type flat. Trailer size can either be a 48 or 53. The weight is 42,000. And practical miles is going to be 165.
Yeah, it's actually 324 because of the deadhead, because of where we are. But okay. Is it a strap and go, or does it require tarps?
No, neither. I think it's just strap and go.
Strap and go. And what is the rate?
Rate, we're looking at 400. We run this lane quite often. We're able to do it for 400.
Got it. So we're definitely not the carrier for you on this one.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye. So for those of you who did not know why people are banning TQL, ta-da! Okay, there is a load to Baton Rouge, Louisiana that just came out, but they only have an email. So let me email them and find out what it's all about. I'm curious because it's only 4,000 pounds. It doesn't say anything about whether it's tarping, no tarping, what in the world is going on.
Our load Enos, Texas to Hammond, Louisiana for today.
Yeah.
We posted a bid 500, and I just wanted to further discuss the load. Commodity is palletized roofing shingles, does not require any tarp, and we need either 48 or 50 flatbed, 8:30 p.m. Is the schedule and the requirement okay with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. It delivers by appointment tomorrow at 8:30 p.m.
Correct. Home
Is
Depot.
is there any way to deliver it earlier?
So we can try to deliver it earlier, but it's not guaranteed that it's not going to take us in. It highly depends on home.
Got it. So in that case, I know I put 1,500 there, but the thing is, if it's by appointment and delivers tomorrow evening, there is no way I'll be able to get a load out of Hammond, Louisiana tomorrow evening, which means it's a day lost for me. I would need $2,000 on this load in order to actually make it work.
I actually, for the rate that you're asking, 1,500, we are already negative for that rate because we are at the break even for 1,100. So meaning if we're gonna have it at $2,000, that's a massive 900 negative on our end.
Yeah, correct. But you're going to have a very, very hard time selling that load for 1,100. It's about 516 miles together with deadhead because most carriers, they are either in the Fort Worth or Dallas area, so they will have to deadhead. And the fact that it delivers tomorrow night, you're asking most carriers to basically lose a day for $500 a day or $550 a day. There is no way you're going to sell this load, but thank you so much for calling and I wish you the best of luck.
Not a problem, my dear. It's just that the rate won't work for us.
Yeah, you guys have
Thank
to
you so
bid
much.
higher.
Bye for now.
Thank you. I mean, they're insane. So if you guys didn't hear, this is a load that picks up from Ennis, Texas to Hammond, Louisiana. It's 516 miles with deadhead. It picks up today at 4:30 p.m. and delivers tomorrow by appointment, which is pretty rare for a flatbed, at 8:30 p.m., which means that today and tomorrow you're tied up on this load, 2-day load, right? Because tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m., even if you get unloaded really quickly, there's nothing. The most shippers, they close at around 3 to 4 p.m. She's paying $1,100 on this load. First of all, this is barely over $2 per mile. Second of all, it's $550 a day. It is insane. It's insane. So I just got an email back for the load that I reached out about Keller, Texas to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So it's palletized stone, but just to make sure, usually those don't require tarps, but I'm going to ask if it requires any tarps, and I'm going to ask if they can do 1,500 on this. So it's interesting. Palletized concrete and stone, tracking required, which is not a problem. We'll meet box truck at receiver to unload. That's interesting. That's something that I don't have experience with. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. So they just increased, this is a no tarp load, strap and go, and they increased to 1,300. So it's $2.80 per mile. It's no tarp and it's only 4,000 pounds. I am going to go for it because it's going to Louisiana, which is a much better area than Texas. Let's do it. Have to take that into consideration as well. Let me see what comes out of Baton Rouge. Yeah, the volume is not as huge as in Texas, but the rates are very, very different, right? So there, the rates are pretty much over $3 across the board. So with this load to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, it's scaring me a little bit because they're still looking for a box truck. So I'm going to continue looking for a load. Hi there, calling about your Sherman, Texas to Gravette, Arkansas. Hopefully yep, one. 8 to 2 delivery by 2 today. Got it. Let me see how far we are from Sherman. We're about 89 miles away, so yeah, I mean, we might make it, but wait, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? So 2 hours about. Yeah, we should be able to make it if we start going really, really quickly, and it delivers from 8 to 2, no tarp, at 28,000 pounds. All right, let's do it. Yep, my name is Miranda. Phone number 310. Okay, sounds good. And I believe we do need to get set up, if I'm not mistaken. Or are we set up already? Okay, so for our flatbed load, I covered the truck finally. No tarp. It's only 25,000 pounds going from Texas to Arkansas. 354 miles total with deadhead, which comes out to $3.67 per mile. It can deliver today or tomorrow, but probably tomorrow, unless he can make it there by, yeah, tomorrow for sure, because they close at 2. So that's good. So now we're focusing, full on focusing on our truck in Plain Dealing, Louisiana, the 53-foot flatbed. Okay, so for the Plain Dealing flatbed, it's lunch there right now. So yeah, everyone takes their lunch very seriously, unfortunately. So no one is really working during that 1 hour, but I expect that within about 10-15 minutes, it should get a little bit better. All right, guys, I have so much that started going on at the same time, so I'm gonna stop the recording right now. I'm going to quickly book a load for this Plain Dealing Louisiana truck. And yeah, I do apologize. I was hoping that I would be able to do all those things while recording, but unfortunately, life happened. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.